It's time to say welcome to the Corona Cero post-show Super Saturday in Ballito. It's been a really, really fun day of competition. We had some questions, we've had some resounding answers, massive performances from the good and the greats on the Challenger Series. And we're all set up for a pretty sweet-looking finals day. We're positive about the surf being real good tomorrow as well. Before we get into our talking points, I'd just like to acknowledge you guys and everything you do. Cheers. Thanks for being you.
Cheers to you.
I appreciate you so much. Doesn't even feel like work. Have you guys enjoyed your day? And if so, why?
I've enjoyed my day. I'm going to do it because I've sat next to you two all day and got to call really great surfing. I'm happy.
I've loved the day. I've managed to talk through some great heats. I got to watch Luke Thompson's heat live with the fans. It was just an epic beach day, no wind, the sun was out. Literally, it's one of the better days I remember in the history of the Ballito Pro. You know, fun waves and just an all-time weekend beach day.
Just on that, there is something about a connection between a local surfer, a South African here in Ballito, that energy, a little frisson on the skin as well, as you can just feel that collective excitement. And what a way, he's got that pressure on him. What a way to perform and go out there and just have fun. Yeah,
he's just, I mean, he's looking flawless. You know, he finished that 8-point ride with that claim, and I just went, you know, that's 8 all day. It was just so well surfed. He's making the good decisions, and he's going to reset tomorrow and come back. And, I mean, literally, as I mentioned, I think George is someone to watch, but Luke Thompson's definitely a favourite here.
Picking over the action, men's quarterfinal number 3, our highlight heat for the men. Liam O'Brien looked so good, Jess, early on in this, but what we didn't know was coming, we thought it might be, was the charge from Couzinet.
Yeah, if it was 15 minutes shorter, we would have had a crazy different outcome. I mean, Lobby, he was just winning this from the very get-go. He was just surfing so silky smooth, had such great form and rhythm. I bet Liam didn't see that heat panning out the way it did as it came to the back, just based on how much flow he had with the ocean, with this break. This one, it was just the gift that kept on giving, got him 7 points, but Jorgann came back firing it, and this was the start of his road to victory.
I mean, Jorgann through these turns, that wave going excellent, getting the 8-point ride, massive maneuvers, and surfing to the criteria, the criticalness of those turns, and what a comeback. He just did surfing and got the win, and that's what he needed to do.
Coming into finals day, super strong, coming in with an excellent number, coming from behind as well, momentum, all of those good factors that could well prove crucial. He'll be bringing all of that kind of stuff. Here's how it sets up for the men for finals day, and I think I'll ask Greg to talk about that first semi-final.
Oh, well, it's, you know, Luke Thompson, Oscar Berry, the South African versus the Aussie. It's a, you know, it's going to be a massive heat, but we at semi-finals time, right? They're all going to be massive. And then, of course, Couzinet versus Pittar, another one. Aussie versus the French. So it's setting up to be an amazing finals day, and I can't wait to watch those two semis.
Yeah, well, our fourth quarter final didn't disappoint either. Another strong performance from George Pittar. Momentum with him as well. Let's go and chat with him. He's with the Frou Brew.
George, winning the final heat of the day, you through to finals day, a minimum 3rd place finish here in Ballito. You must be really stoked right now.
Yeah, I'm super happy. Semis is a really big result in a Changers. It's actually, I've had 1 semis before in my career on the Changers, but yeah, honestly, I set a big goal for myself this year to get on the podium, whichever way it is. It would be lovely to win it, but yeah, one more. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm excited for tomorrow.
In that heat, you managed to get that first wave under priority from Lucas, and then that set up the heat with him chasing the rest of the heat.
Yeah, that wave sort of popped up. It got a little bit tricky out there when we paddled out. The wind puffed up a little bit, and I felt like the swell was dying a touch. But yeah, just to get that 5.93 was such a good way. Like under prio was such a good way for me to set up the rest of my heat, and thankfully I was able to get that wave, and then that good 7 came after it. It was a pretty average claim, but I don't know, I was feeling it. I was frothing, but yeah, stoked.
in your free surf this morning, I saw you out there and you got that really nice tube to start and it spat you out and it really set you up for a great day of surfing. 10 to 12 back home in Manly at the moment. You got a message for the folks back home?
Yeah, it's always a good way to start the morning, getting a little barrel out the front. It's got some, could be pretty similar tomorrow, I think. It could be pretty pumping, but yeah, just hi to mum and dad back home. I know you guys are watching and geez, yeah, see if we can go all the way.
Great stuff. Have a good evening and we'll see you in the morning. All the best. Cheers. Back to you guys.
George is stoked. Good value for a spot on finals day. I think we take a moment to appreciate the Frou Brew as well. I mean, he's interviewed everybody in the world, but he's down there watching the free surfing as well. He knows what's going on there. How does he do it?
He's just an absolute frother. Even once we get off air as well, he finds a way to be on the mic for the night to come as well. I reckon I've seen him host like 6 or 7 panels since we've been here too. He never clocks off, that guy.
Yeah, he's one of the characters that makes this event special. What it is, what else makes it good is highlight moments of outstanding surfing. Let's dive in to our women's action and pick out a heat. Someone coming in with pure fire, the youngster Zebrowski taking on Sally Fitz.
Yeah, Tya's just been a real standout in this event, and she's really, come alive in the last year or so. But Sally Fitzgibbons with a 6.5. You think about the experience of the veteran to overcome the new hot shot on the scene, Tya Zebrowski. I mean, just flawless surfing from Sally, and she just doesn't age. Her surfing's timeless. And these turns, it was a great heat all in all. And Tya's, as I mentioned to her coach Jorgann Couzinet, I said, bad luck, but she's going to have so many big moments in her career. But Sally Fitzgibbons was flawless and just put on a spectacular heat here.
Sally seems to be just that hump that Tya can't quite get over just yet. Thinking back to her first ever Challenger Series, got knocked in the semi-finals by Sally today. It was a similar situation again, but I feel like Sally is just surfing really loose and free, almost not as if she doesn't care, because she does care, but as if she's just taken the pressure off herself and she's just enjoying competition surfing for what it is. And a win over Tya is massive because she was definitely the in-form surfer of the event so far. She's one to look for, and I'm sure we're going to see her in plenty more finals day on the Challenger Series.
Let's have a look at the bracket here for the women. Talk us through what you're seeing here, Jess.
The big storyline I'm seeing here between all 4 women, I mean, anyone can take the win, but there is also a wild card coming into play. So I'm going to really keep my eyes on Sally Fitzgibbons and Yolanda Hopkins, because you've got to think that it's got to come down to those 2 ladies. But Nadia, to me, it seems like she's just been in really fine form in this kind of flow. It just keeps getting better and better each heat. So great looking semi-finals coming up, and then we've got our dark horse, Laura.
Yeah, another one of those stories there, isn't it, where we've got that blend, we've got the experience, we've got the youth as well, and this one's very much open as well. There's not really anyone necessarily from those 4 names that kind of leaps out at you. It's open for someone to write a brand new chapter here. Yeah,
it's an interesting one, and I mean, it's always hard to pick who's going to go and win, but a couple of things that I'm seeing is, I've spoken about Laura, how technically good she's been. I've said she's the most improved surfer at this event. And then Nadia, she's had quite an interesting story through this event. She's had a couple of really crazy heats where she's come back right at the end. She's had a couple of big hits. She's really fought through this one with some spectacular moments. And I feel that could just sway in her way. When she gets those turns, they are seriously big maneuvers. And if she can keep that momentum going into tomorrow, I think she could be one that could take this win here.
Finals day setting up for tomorrow. I wonder what sort of waves it's going to go down in. Should we find out? Let's dive into our Surfline forecast here. Greg, if you wouldn't mind, talk us through it, mate.
All right, so we see that big bubble that's of purple and red that's pushing up into Ballito. That's the new south swell that's already hit down the coast. It's on its way, and we are expecting tomorrow morning, check out that, 5 to 7 foot faces. If that hits, and it's here when we wake up in the morning out of the south, running down the sandbar on a low tide at 7 a.m., pushing through the morning, perfect northwesterly winds expected to come sweeping through. We're going to end up with, we could have a really spectacular day tomorrow. The last couple of days has been a pleasant surprise. We've woken up to more swell, and it's been great surfing, but I still say tomorrow is going to be the special day.
Jess, our semi-finalists are going to come back tomorrow for finals day. Just tonight, for example, what's going to go down the next couple of hours? They're going to look back on today and what went well for them. They're looking forward for tomorrow. What's on their mind?
I think it's just that fizz for finals day, that eagerness to come back tomorrow and maybe get the trophy, get the win, be on top of that podium. There's such a angst around who's going to win. I mean, the locals, they all really want Lukey to win. They're pushing for that, and we love a good local story. But then when you look on the women's side, it's so open, like you mentioned. So it really is anyone's game, I think, for both the men and the women, and we're set for some great heats and great conditions too. I love purple, especially when it's with Surfline.
Personally, I'd just quite like to look back at some of the great moments that have gone down today.
Go on.
Should we do that with our top 5 moments
We
of the day?
should.
Shall we? Let's roll it.
It's been a big day. I mean, crazy surfing, and it was Sally who just came through, taking out some big names today, including Tya Zebrowski, and just doing it in fine form, even in the dying stages of the heat. This one was with Alyssa Spencer. Found herself just fighting for a spot. Pretty much got her 2 scores in the last 5 minutes. Liz had a solid handle on it. So Sally, we love that smile from her.
And this was George Pittar, just absolutely on fire, ripping through these waves. And how's that turn to finish off? And then he nailed this one in the quarterfinals this afternoon and putting through a couple of big turns for the 7.67, and that was just epic surfing.
This moment was a big highlight early on in the day. She found excellence in one of the first heats this morning, ripped into 2 big turns. That timing of that second turn, it gets you on the edge of your seat. She just timed it so perfectly, so much spray. Saw her into the quarterfinals, but unfortunately we lost her out there, but great performance.
And Oscar Berry just on fire. He's looking so alive in this one. Of course, he'll come up against Luke Thompson tomorrow. Massive hit there to get him into the semi-finals. And look at this, loads up. And this was at the end of the heat where he had no pressure and looking fantastic.
And we can't talk about today without talking about Lukey, the local boy, just getting a huge heat win over Eli Hanneman, who's been looking very in form. But look at this, power surfing from Luke. He had the entire beach behind him. Family was swarmed by Groms when he got to the beach, just wanting these signature. He's become this new big deal down here at Ballito. Well, not new, he's always been a big deal, but this success, this event, this has been massive for Luke and his career.
Yeah, what a great moment for him. He'll be savouring this, right, Greg? This is something new. Whatever happens tomorrow, this will be huge for him.
Yeah, semi-finals is massive, and the performance he put on there was flawless. The spray that came off his board was exceptional. That 8-point ride was fantastic. Maybe it's the day for the South African tomorrow. We'll wake up and see, and hopefully it's absolutely firing.
Yeah, so early morning here, the sun comes up over the ocean, and we like to look at conditions. Again, we're looking for something really quite special tomorrow morning. We think clean, nice bit of size in the water. Not crazy big, but nice and solid. And we'll have a call in the morning. We're going to come down pretty early, 7:15 local time. Tide will be low then. We've only got 6 heats to run, 4 semis and 2 finals. We'll be crowning champions tomorrow. We'll look forward to the pleasure of your viewing company then. In the meantime, we'll send you out some highlights and we'll say cheers. Shot, guys.
Shot, everyone.
Shot.
We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.